Evening. Torteller, West 80 South Poles. Out here, just moved him into this paddock. This is kind of a thin hill of big blue stem here. You can see out in the road right away. It's a little bit thicker. They've grazed, this is the 4th time they've grazed this place now. Up here is kind of thin. Down in there is a little bit better. And then when you get up on top of that hill a little bit further, that's what we call the high desert over there. Yeah, it's kind of hot today. It's like 84 degrees, 85 or something. I was over at the other farm I got one corner post in today. I got sidetracked this morning doing a bunch of other stuff, and then got that in, then got to move these animals here, and then got to get a couple things done at home. So yeah, but just want to talk about our upcoming grazing school. We're gonna be hosting that here. I think it's like in 5 weeks or something like that. September 27th and 28th, we're going to be coming out here and doing some learning, little classroom sessions in Ferndale. We're going to be get a couple speakers coming, some knowledge coming up from Missouri. Gonna talk about grass genetics, talk about permanent and temporary fencing, going to talk about dung beetles, going to talk about small ruminants, and talk about leasing land. A lot of different topics to be discussed, so be a good thing to come out to. But yeah, so it's gonna be out there. I can put a link in the description for it to sign up if you want to come. Be great. I'd like to get a bunch of people signed up to go. That'd be really good. Yeah. So, just taking a look at some of these calves that we've got this year. They're looking pretty good. Yeah, pretty fleshy, pretty slick-hided actually. Pretty good little calf crop here actually. We just had our last calf here this past, a couple days ago. I think I put a video on that cow being in labor. But she had her calf, nice little heifer calf. She looks good. Wait, this is a nice looking little bull calf right here. This is out of 757. Yeah, he's got a nice look to him. We come up with a lot of heifer calves this year. I think we got like 4 bull calves, maybe 4 or 5, and then we got like 7 or 8 heifers, I think. So we did pretty good on the heifers. Here's a heifer from last year. She'll be having a calf next spring. She'd be born last May, I think, something like that, somewhere around there. People driving by on the road. Got a road on three sides of this farm, so it kind of cuts down on the acreage a little bit. But Yeah, you can see it's a little thicker down in here, a little bit lower ground. A lot of bluegrass. There's some timothy. Not much brome down in here, not really any at all. It's mostly all bluegrass and timothy. But not a bad little spot. There's some wild strawberries in here. Kind of a different piece of land. It's real sandy, and then there's some low spots, so it's like one extreme to another in a couple of feet. Like now here we're in real thin sandy ground. So there isn't like hardly any grass growing here. But I believe that if we get some longer rest periods, we can do a little bit better on growing the grass. We're sitting here about 28 days rest is all we've been giving it. Been having a little difficulty getting that other farm fenced here this summer. So I've been kind of having to do things I didn't really want to do this year. So, but we will be able to graze a bunch of stockpile once we get that other farm fenced off, because that's hasn't been grazed at all this year, and it's full of grass, so should be able to graze well into the winter until the snow gets too deep. But yeah, so well, just a reminder about the grazing school coming up in September. I'm gonna probably get out of here, and thanks for watching, and have a good night.